Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. Beautiful, bright, sunshiny day. A little bit on the chilly side out, 8 degrees Celsius, which means it's 47 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's sunny and it's happy making. We still have trees with green leaves, and I've still got flowers blooming. It's November. I have flowers blooming. That's just really weird and really weird. Today, Jean's here to play Friends on Friday. Hi, Jean.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All
Hey,
right.
our temperatures are so close.
Really?
It's 51 here.
Oh, not bad. Hi, Peter. Nice to see you. 8 p.m. there, nearly in Germany. All right. All right. Almost 1 o'clock here in Manitoba, Canada. And it's much earlier where Jean is.
Well, it's almost noon.
Almost noon.
Yeah.
Oh, we're only 1 hour apart?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought it was two. All right. Here we go. So today's Finish It Friday. We all know I have a bazillion one projects. Jean has a few projects as well. And yeah, so I'm just going to chat and putz and do things.
The
I have
crazy
tried to
thing
fix.
is, though, my finish it today, I just started yesterday.
I
Oh,
have lots of just started stuff. We all know how I operate. Because I make so many of one thing, I have to learn not to make so much. Same thing in the kitchen. I always make a big, huge pot. Hey, Belinda, nice to see you. So I've got these hole punches and they're dead. You know how you get that edge that does not punch for love nor money? I have four punches, circle punches, that I need to replace. But I sent them out to the shop with Ron to see if he could do anything with them, and no such luck. So I'm thinking, aren't those cute little feet? Wouldn't they make great feet for Goonie birds if I covered them in fabric?
no. If they don't work and you can't get them to work, throw them away.
No, they're going to be feet for the Goonie birds because they've got a good weight, so the legs would hang down nice. Even Ron agreed to that one, Jean.
Okay.
I'll put them aside so that you can't see them. So they're out of sight, out of mind. All right. So I have a whole bunch of magazine image pockets I'm going to put together and do with the muck water. I got muck water here. What are you going to work on?
Well, I actually did start this last night. I know I shouldn't have, but I had something I pulled out of a magazine to make this a long, 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 long time ago. And I was going through a bunch of Defy stuff, and I'm like, there is so much of playing cards and stuff like that I need to come up with a project. So this is sort of what it's going to be. This isn't the way the instructions said because, of course, I couldn't find them. So I started it, and then I found them, and I realized why it said that. And um, anyway, so this is sort of what it's going to be like. It's these little cards that are blank that we had donated. So I'm using them to try this and see if it's going to work. But I want grungy. I really wanted grungy. And I have this book that has some of my color in grungy because I like to do the mixture. And I have some of my pieces that I've sewn together in here and I can't find anymore. Like this page right here, it ripped right there, so I just mended it. I stitched it up just like I was mending a hole in jeans. But I don't have all the stitched together pieces that I thought I had. So I'm going to have to just do some on here and then do my stitched pieces because I want stitched pieces on there. I found this in my digging through my stash. And I'm going to use parts of this, but this is still not what I want. I know exactly what I want. Believe it or not, I know what I want. It's just getting there. One of the coolest things, believe it or not, this is crazy. You see this little bitty label right here, and it's shiny and it's got numbers and looks really cool. I pulled out my few pastels that I have, good pastels, and the label had came off of a couple of them, and I was like, man, that's cute. So I put that one there, and then I put this one here.
They work lovely. I say it gives it a ticket-esque feel. You've
Yeah,
never heard about Finish It Friday? Well, sometimes Jean and I do this because
we don't know what else we want to do.
we don't know what else we want to do. And surprisingly, we each have quite a few unfinished projects kicking around. I'm notorious for I see something I like and then I make a whole bunch of them and I don't always finish them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. These are magazine images. They're not calendar images. I did this with the calendars, but I'm harvesting magazines for that book I'm working on. So some of these pictures are way big for what I'm looking for, and they're interesting, so I'm just making pockets out of them.
Cool.
I mean, for me, even if I just get these done today, that's going to be marvelous because then it's something else that's off my big to do pile. I have a big to do pile. It's
I
crazy.
have been rearranging in my art room because I have some big changes planned.
Me too.
And I kind of like pick an area and I go completely through it. Last night I was looking for the thing I'd saved about the playing card book. And I ended up cleaning out my whole file cabinet. I have a nice stack of papers that I'm going to send to my cousin who works in a facility and they make things and they're all handicapped. So I'm going to send them to her because she's wanting to do junk journals with them. And so I got quite a few things that I'm getting rid of and I'm reorganizing. I actually put to this side of me I redid all my 12 by 12 paper, got rid of everything I didn't like or didn't want to use. And I have a whole stacking unit for that, and it holds all of my started journals that aren't finished. So that's one of my goals is to start working in my journals because that's kind of what I prefer.
That's cool. And I have lots of bits to put in journals that I would like to finish. So that's what I'm doing. It's just getting a whole bunch of bits ready to glue in wherever they may fit. And randomly. We know I do things random. I don't necessarily have a theme for a lot of my journals.
I don't either. In fact, my journals are all art journals. Everything that I want to work into just a
You know
plain
what?
art
I'm
journal.
I'm thinking I'm going to start doing the same thing that because I got all these journals and they're not selling. Not that and I've given so many away. I think it's just time to do stuff for me. Just Of course, the bits that I make, I will still post on Etsy um, for digitals once I master getting the digitals done. Hey, Anne, welcome, welcome. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. I need to just get some of this stuff out of the way and just do it for me because I'm starting to feel overwhelmed with all these bits I have unfinished. Yeah. How are you today, Anne? Anybody got exciting plans for the weekend?
It's Gary's weekend off, but I don't know if we're going to do anything.
We're having family dinner here tomorrow. It's a potluck.
Well,
So
that's good.
it is. It is. Well, nobody gave me a definition of if it was going to be a belated Thanksgiving or what it's going to be. So we decided potluck. Well, one of my daughters and I decided potluck. So it's kind of the way I'm rolling. I'm making soup and biscuits. Ron and I did do rouladen yesterday, just in case the other side brings a turkey. Who knows? It's going to be whatever.
Yep.
You went to the grocery store? Awesome. I went to Costco yesterday um, because I needed bacon for the rouladen, and it's the cheapest place to get. And they have low sodium bacon, so that's what I get, much to everybody else's dismay. So, yeah. My girlfriend had to go because she needed dog food, so it was kind of fun. She drove her own car, but we followed each other in, and Ron was there to help her with her huge bag of dog food. This is my girlfriend that we kind of share husbands. Sales stuff, nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he helped load her car, and then he came and yeah, it was good. It was good. Her and I used to go grocery shopping when our kids were younger. And I think our kids would get really embarrassed because we would dance down the aisles and stuff because we're like that. And if we ended up in opposite aisles to each other, like one on this side of the and the other, you know, it would be like incoming and she would or I would toss stuff over the counter at each other. I'm sure the store people really cringed when we went in. Definitely we're not well behaved adults. Then I wonder why my kids are the way they are, right? Yeah. Yep. So yeah, my baby girl's gonna be home. I guess she's home today. Maybe she was home. I don't even know when she's coming home. Nobody tells me anything. I'm like a mushroom, right? Nice. Oh, nice, Anne. Nice. That's right. You guys have Thanksgiving coming up. Yet ours was not celebrated in October. Is it a long weekend there for you guys too, with it being Remembrance Day on Monday? Are things closed there?
Probably. I didn't even realize that it was. I'm going to have to check and see if my grands are out of school. That might be something fun for me to do.
Yeah.
Not like I need an excuse, but
No. I know. We never need an excuse, but oh, Christmas break. Oh, yeah. That's the next best time for sugar rushes is Halloween, right? Christmas with all the baking, etc. Oh, see, not paying attention to what I'm doing. No school, stores are all open, sales. Restaurants have free meals for veterans, which is nice. Very, very nice.
I must have yellow paint watercolor in this brush because I went with the pink and it turned orange.
Ah,
That's okay.
it's your
Happy
color.
accident.
Yeah.
Orange is never a bad thing.
No, it isn't. It isn't. I've got a lot of grunge stuff too that I need to use up.
Well, I like to mix color with my grunge,
Me too.
and I like it pretty much.
Me too. Like all my grunge, I've got a bunch of grunge pages. Grunge bits. And I always like to add color to it because, well, the way that I was doing my grunge was you take all your scraps and you throw them on the floor and you drizzle muck water on, and then you take, because you get all these little scrap bits, right? So you throw those in there as well. And yeah, so and then you take a stamp and you can stamp down on them. It's fun. Fun. I
This
think it was Louise Hensel, Hensel, that I got that idea from. Bling up your scraps or whatever the video was called. Something like that. Something to do with make your scraps pretty or interesting.
just realized these cards, one side's kind of glossy or has a finish and the other side doesn't.
Oh,
And it makes a difference on what it does.
for sure. Which is very interesting as well, right?
Yes.
I've got all those because I bought them at the thrift store. Those business card ones that you tear apart. So I'm thinking of running them through the gel plate with some various things.
You know what I did with that?
But
And actually, I think I could get to them. I think I know where I put them.
okay.
I printed some of my papers I've scanned of my artwork.
Yeah.
And then tore them in, and now I got these gorgeous bits of
Yeah.
paper to use somewhere.
What a great idea.
Let me go check and see if they're on the table. That's where they're supposed to be.
Oh, but that would be such a great idea. You love the German network? Yes. Yellow light on a car. Oh, I'm glad I'm going to have all these done. They're going to be done shortly, except for the muck water on the edge, but that's going to be very quick to do.
Okay, I don't know where I put them.
Something off my to-do desk. Some people have a to-do bin. I got a stack of stuff. You can't find them?
Nope.
But no, that's a great idea, because a lot of times when I do those faux washi tape ones, like the master boards, that would be perfect. Perfect.
Well, yeah, and you know how the cards have the little strips around them?
Yeah.
All of that got colored too. So,
Oh, these ones, I don't know if they have the strips around them or not, because some of them had strips and some didn't, right? I can't remember if these are the ones with or without the strips. I'll have to take one out now and look. In fact, I got the printer right beside me. I feel like trying one. Because I need more stuff half done on my desk, right?
mm-hmm.
Let's look. Oops. So these are them. 10 sheets, 250 cards. I will have lots of bits. And look, they haven't been opened. They're still sealed. Nope, these ones you just fold and tear.
They have edges.
Well, they've got, yeah, these edges.
I know, but mine when I printed them, it printed those too.
Well, I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to put one in there because I can. And like I say, I've changed things around here. So everything is, my printer and my Cricut are right beside me now. I just have to stop piling stuff on them because they're right beside me. And that would normally be a blank area. Okay, here in the back. I'll just go into here quickly. I'll make Jean big while I'm off and doing this. How's that? There you go. Jean's big. I'll be right back. Well, I'm here, but not here. You know how it goes. What do I want to do? Let's do this one. No, this one. I'm doing this one. Okay.
Are you being sneaky?
No. Yep, that's the one I want. And we're trying it. We're trying it. Problem is the edges have printing on them, right?
Yeah, but you can still use them in your bits.
True. I definitely could use them as bits.
They'll just look like a label or something.
Yeah.
I reckon I should let the other sides dry before I start flip them over. I'm going to have a really cool grungy paper here when I'm done.
You are. I love having grungy papers. Oh, well, it's okay. It's still coming. It's still coming. I go big. That's the one I did.
Cool. Now tear it apart and see what you got. Right now it looks like a piece of paper.
It does.
I mean, jelly prints would be cool on that too, don't get me wrong. But
oh, yeah. But you know, I've also got those CD labels that I could print on, right? Do the full
Huh?
page out of whatever's. These are lovely backgrounds.
And see, you've got all those little snippets off of the edge,
I do.
which would be really good because I'm going to save all of mine.
Are
I
you
want,
really?
yeah,
Uh
shush.
huh.
I want to do where I just put all the strips and then some up and down and then doodle on it.
Yeah, I like them. Okay, so now I have another unfinished project, Jean.
No, this isn't a project. This is a technique you're going to use to finish other projects.
Yeah. Uh huh. I don't know. I don't know.
That's what I said, and what I say goes.
They come apart really nicely. Like the edges don't even look like they've got, you know, how a lot of times or way back you would have almost like a perforated edge. These are nice and smooth.
Yeah, I found a package and then a lot of extra odds and ends of them. I'm surprised at some of the things I found, and I'm like, oh, I know exactly what I want to do with this, you know.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't be able to put a finish on them because it's just inkjet. So chances are the ink could smudge. And when I did this originally, it was black and white. I don't know why it printed gray. Maybe I've got it set on a grayscale or a lower saturation, whatever. Anyway,
You know how
interesting.
you can do that? You could spray it. I know you have problems with that, but I didn't know if you could do that outside.
Not if it's going to be wintertime very soon. Like I have to do it like on a day like today where it's no, it has to be 15 degrees or higher for it to work nicely for some reason.
Well, anyway, that is one thing. But another thing you can do is your jelly plate.
Yeah.
Brayer out gel medium, put that down on it,
Oh, yeah.
and pull it up.
What
And
a great idea. See?
then it's sealed.
I love this creative community because you ladies are so smart and I learned so much from you. I didn't even think of that. I've never used gel medium on my jelly plate, but that's fine. I can try that. Oh, I'm so excited. Look, I'm just about done gluing the bottoms of folds down. Then I can just edge them really fast, let them dry, and they're done. Of course, there's always going to be more of these because I've got lots of magazines to discombobulate or harvest, whichever word you
I go
want.
through the magazines and pull out everything I like, and then I discard the rest of it. So
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. And I've got a stack of stuff that I need to cussy cut. Oh, this poor bone folder is getting pretty darn sticky. Hey, Joni, welcome, welcome. We're just playing Finish It Friday. I've got all these magazine images that I chopped out to make pockets. So I'm just gluing them up. Jean is doing an incredible little project. She's making a little journal. We're playing Finish It Friday, so we all know I always have a bazillion and one thing sitting here that need something done to them. finishing touches. I actually have a couple of ATCs sitting here that I started the other day too because I just wanted something mindless. And then I couldn't even mind it to get it done. My thinking stopped working. How are you, Joni? How's your weather? I know that there was supposed to be snow coming, but I don't know who was supposed to get it and who wasn't. We did not get it yet. I still have flowers blooming. I don't get it. That's just weird.
I usually do. I have put fresh roses cut out of my yard on my Thanksgiving table for several years.
Well, usually around Thanksgiving we've got snow. I mean, we've definitely usually got snow. Okay. Colorado and western Nebraska are getting snow.
So that probably means a little bit of western Kansas is getting snow. I
Hey,
heard
Andrea, nice to see you.
I heard Cimarron down by Dodge City had snow. But when you talk Colorado and western Nebraska, my in-laws are 12 miles from Colorado and 9 miles from Nebraska.
So they could be getting snow.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh, well. It'll be what it's going to be.
I should have found a different bowl to put my bits in because every time I move it, it hits something and it dings. But it's cool.
It is a cool bowl.
It's an old metal bowl, and I have
Nice.
little ones to go with it.
Well, I've got those ones that we just recovered. We were repurposing, and I've got those big orange plastic ones that I could use for that. But I'm not going to do that until I've got a little bit more organizing happening here. The organizing has to come first. But I could definitely have them as a plan. Look, last one. Woo! And then I muck them. Got the car fixed. Your holiday cards. Nice. Nice, nice. I don't think I've done anything yet today.
I got dressed.
Well, yeah, me too. But anything, because we've been so busy in the kitchen. Well, I've been busy in the kitchen doing. We have 10% Tuesday here, first Tuesday of every month. A couple of our grocery stores give us 10% off groceries if you spend over $25. So that's usually when I do my big shopping. So they happen to have big pieces, like the big round roasts, like chunks. They're huge, on sale for $4.99 a pound. So when it's $4.99 a pound, especially on a 10% Tuesday, I will buy 2 of them. So I bought those and hacked them up into roasts for pot roast. I also use it for stir fry or stew or whatever. And in a pinch, I will put it through the meat grinder. But anyway, so I dealt with all that. And then we did rouladen yesterday. And my brother here was here for supper on Wednesday. So, yeah, I've been kitchening an awful lot. Yeah, I like to have a roast in the freezer all the time too. All right, these are ready to get mucked. Those of you who have an issue with my muck water, look away. Look, I know, you guys. I know it's not a thing for you guys.
Well, mine's not a muck water, but it's pretty close.
We had leftovers for lunch. I figured since the bacon was thawed, because I bought bacon to make the rouladen, that I would make fried rice yesterday. So I made a big batch of fried rice.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Well, we had the leftover bits from slicing the meat for the rouladen. So
What is that?
rouladen is you have really thin slices of beef. So if you've got a roast, if you know how you slice it to serve it when it's cooked, we put it through the slicer that way, and then we lay them all out, sprinkle them with salt, pepper, paprika, and a little bit of flour, although I don't use the salt. I figure there's enough salt in the bacon. Then you put a strip of bacon on them, or you cut the bacon to fit the strip of meat, and then you put some onions on it. A lot of people put in mustard and dill pickle. We do not do that. That's not the way my mother-in-law taught me how. And then you roll it up like you would a cabbage roll, and you put a toothpick in it, par fry it, and then put it in a roaster with a broth covering and roast it. And they melt in your mouth.
Can you send me one?
Well,
That sounds really, really good.
they are, and they're a favorite, right? So, and they're not very big. They're kind of like the size of a. I know people can do them really, really big, but our meat slicer doesn't handle really, really big. So they're more of the size of like a cocktail sausage or whatever. It's a German thing. So anyway, it's a treat. We only do it for family dinners, but when we do it, we usually end up doing 8 or 9 dozen, and then we get some for the freezer so that Ron and I can have some for our birthdays or Valentine's Day or whatever. But so yesterday we only did 4 dozen compared to the 9 to 12 that we normally do. So it was really fast. We got it done really fast. So anyway, you part German, never heard of that? Yeah, like I say, a lot of Germans put in a slice of dill pickle and mustard on it, but Ron's mom never did that. So that's not how he grew up with. Anyway, you try and do some things that your mother-in-laws did so that.
Oh, my husband. There's recipes my mother-in-law does now that I use, but yeah, there's some that if I used them, he'd probably leave me.
Yeah. Why?
Like she put tuna in potato soup.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. I'm talking more like things that he grew up with. So we do the lentil soup with spätzle and the rouladen. I do not do cabbage rolls the way she did because, well, hers was all meat, right? Meat with a little bit of egg, and the meat was put in the cabbage raw. I grew up with a mixture and a little bit of rice. I grew up with the meat was pre-cooked, the rice was already cooked, and there was more rice than meat. So, there's the few things that, you know.
Another one of her things that she did made ham loaf.
Ham loaf.
Yeah, like meatloaf.
With a Pre-cooked ham, like a ready-to-serve ham?
Honestly, I don't know.
Hmm.
I assume so.
Why would you grind up a ham?
I don't know, but we had it for supper one night and headed home the next day. And less than an hour out of the town, we pulled over so all four of us could get out of the car to puke.
Oh dear.
It was awful. It was awful.
Oh dear. Yeah, and I live in Mennonite community, and a lot of the Mennonites here do rouladen as well, and they do it still with dill pickle and mustard. I just don't. Ham salad, yeah. I still make ham salad
I
with
love ham salad.
with dill pickles and mayo or Miracle Whip. I love that.
You know how my mom made ham salad, or what she called ham salad?
Hmm,
With bologna.
with bologna. Oh, that would be good too.
It was so, by the chunk bologna.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
We
I
were
like
talking about that,
I
Ron
like
and I.
any kind of salad. I don't like egg salad though.
That's weird. But well, everybody's got their own tastes. I don't like the German egg salad that they use in restaurants in this area because they put mustard in it. But I do not put mustard in my egg salad. It's not what I was brought up with.
Do you put mustard in your potato salad?
Nope, I do not.
I do.
And potato salad would be one thing, but I don't know, not in eggs. Food, glorious food. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the girlfriend that I was with yesterday, we used to do like all our Christmas baking and stuff together. And now neither of us really bake anymore, so we don't do that. But we get together and do some bulk cooking, or, well, we're going to do pierogies soon and probably cabbage rolls.
Well, what was the first thing you said?
Pierogies?
And how do you make those?
It's dough, flour, egg. It varies whoever's making it. Flour, egg, water, or milk, or sour cream. And so you've got a dough that you can roll out, and then you stuff it with um, potatoes, with cheese and onion. Or I use various fillings. I like plum pierogies with a little bit of cinnamon in them, and it's a great side for meatloaf. So basically, it's a little round dough thing that you boil and then freeze or whatever. You can fry them after. Yeah. You like mustard in your potato salad and deviled eggs? Yes. I don't mind a little bit in my deviled eggs. So then, yeah, why don't I like it in egg salad? I don't know. I don't know.
I have found I don't like mustard, but in potato salad I do put it. But I have mostly because the ones of my family who eat potato salad are used to it looking yellow.
Okay.
But so many things that, like when my mom made baked beans, she would put mustard in that.
Oh,
And
no.
I have found that I like powdered mustard, but I don't like yellow mustard.
Yeah, see, I'll add powdered mustard to various spice mixes and things that I make. And when I make my meat mix for burgers, I'll put some in. Yeah,
So
yeah, version of dumpling. Exactly. Yeah, and I get you for that. But some people squirt like it's like put it on with a plaster trowel, right?
well, if I ever use mustard, it's very, very little, and it's prefer to use the the powdered mustard and yellow mustard are two complete different flavors to me.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Even though one's made from the other, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. All right. These are all mucked and now they're all over my desk. Where's my tray?
I went to a restaurant, a Cajun restaurant, and they served cherry mustard.
Cherry mustard? That's interesting.
That was the best thing I ever ate.
Sounds very interesting.
If I could have got a whole jar of that, I'd have done it in a heartbeat.
Let's see. Never had cherry mustard. It sounds very interesting.
It was so good. It was so good. Now that turned out really good and grungy.
Excellent. You using muck water?
No. I rubbed my ink pad.
Oh,
my little distress ink.
Yeah.
And then added water.
Awesome. Yay, all those pockets are done. And as soon as they're dry, I'm going to add them to the other bin. Let's move this away because it's dark like tea and I might drink it. Fondest memories. Mom made, that was fried cornmeal mush. Super cheap and made when dollars were tight. Yeah. You like spicy brown mustard, Joni? Yes, prepared mustard is usually full of vinegar. I do like vinegar, though. Yeah, it's very interesting because my mother, the mother that raised me, because I'm adopted, was British. So we grew up with the scones and things done her way. But my dad was Ukrainian. So when we had family gatherings, it was the borscht, the pierogies, the cabbage rolls, kristike, pereshke, that kind of thing.
I'd have been confused because I can't even pronounce those things.
Yeah. Molded into bread pans lined with plastic wrap. The pans were refrigerated. When cold, it was solid and could be sliced. The slices were fried. Oh, that's interesting. In bacon grease. Oh, yeah, super healthy. And then marrying Ron, getting all these German dishes, right? I never had red cabbage growing up. I never had, we had sauerkraut because it was in pereshke. And sometimes we would put it in pierogies. But, it's just amazing.
Have you ever had bierox?
Bierox, the little dough buns, the little buns, yeah.
That are full of cabbage and meat.
Yeah, we call them pereshke.
What?
Pereshke.
Well, we call them bierox in our German country.
Yeah.
County.
Hi, Miriam. Nice to see you, hon. Yeah, no, that was from my Ukrainian side.
Oh. I'm having so much fun making these.
I like the way they're turning out. Makes me want to play with mine now. I can't. I cannot. No.
All I'm doing is rubbing my ink pad and water and then mashing two together.
Yeah. I like it.
And I'm standing them up to dry, so maybe what little puddles will run.
Yeah. I love the way that's turning out. Now I want to do a whole series like that. Hey, Brenda, nice to see you. Oh, and that sounds wonderful. Butter and maple syrup. Anything's good with butter and maple syrup. We don't feed you. You know what, Andrea? Come on down. I would feed you. I feed everybody. It's just what I do. Okay, I'm going to finish off these little ATCs. They need a focal something focal pointish. Let's grab the bit. Oh yeah, real maple syrup is lovely. What do I want as the focal point? You know what would be really cute? No, they're ATCs. We need something. What are you doing in there? Hmm. We're using flutters. You love it and you can't eat it? No. No. When Ron's half sister was here from Germany, she was staying with us for a while, and she didn't cook, but man, she could bake. Oh, pound of butter in this, a pound of butter in that. It was brutal, but it was lovely, yummy. Okay, I'm going to lop these, this here butterfly in half. Glue. How are you doing, Brenda? And Miriam, how are you? How are you, Miriam? Are you managing to get some sleep or are your alarms going crazy still? That's a cute ATC. You're tired? Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. We are playing Finish It Friday. I just did a whole whackload of magazine image pockets the same way I did the calendar image pockets. I had these ATCs sitting on my desk because I always have something unfinished on my desk for some reason. Oh, Miriam, I'm sorry that that's still such a big part of your being right now. Oh, I like that one on there. Jean's doing a cool little book. A very cool little book.
Yeah, I'm wanting to go stitch some stuff on it, just some lines. I don't know why. I got a vision. We'll
Yeah,
see.
I know. Those darn visions, I tell you.
I know. And these you have to wait till they're dry because one side is kind of shiny.
Yeah, especially if you want to put it through your sewing machine too. You
Yeah.
have to wait till it's just got home from veterans program at school. Awesome. That's lovely, Brenda. I'm sure it was heart wrenching though. Oh no, that's mentally and emotionally draining, Brenda. Of course you're exhausted. Of course. Artistic gouache. Peb Pebeo. Really? That sounds like a good price. I've never used gouache. It's an egg-based paint, isn't it? Gouache. Doesn't it have egg white in it? It's okay, Belinda. Okay. Something for these ones. Is that too close in color, guys?
How are you putting it on there?
I'm gluing them.
I mean, like on the side
Oh yeah,
or
I'm lopping them in half, like this.
okay, now do it again. For that one, yes, because they sit on top of each other. That one you could do it on.
Okay, that's the one I'll use. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Miriam. So who was saying their mom put mustard in baked beans? I've never done that.
My mom did.
Yeah, my mom used to do ketchup and brown sugar.
Yep.
I
And
thought
I
that
still
was
put the powdered mustard because I like that tang it gives.
yeah. Well, either way, I'm going to lose one of these flowers on the side. Go down a little bit. I got a little bit of flour. There we go. Yeah, and that's kind of what I thought. It was kind of a halfway point between the two, acrylics and watercolor. I've never used them,
A lot of watercolor artists use them.
but don't are they not egg based? I for some reason I thought that they had like egg white or something in them to give them a certain I don't know. It's an opaque watercolor. Okay. I don't know if these need anything else or not. These ATCs. I'm going to glue them down onto some white copy paper to make the back. Maybe I should use cardstock. Do I have white cardstock? No. I'll be back. I need white cardstock. Everybody color under the rainbow and no white. But I do have a really heavy copy paper that I can use. Whew. What do you guys think? Do I need to add anything to these? Maybe go around with some metallic ink because I've got glitter paint on the backgrounds. We'll see. We'll see. Right now we're just going to glue them down. Put them on a decent background. And I'll use glue stick today. Satin metallic line. Ooh, satin metallic sounds nice. And I try and get it as close to the edges as possible so that I don't have to what? Cut all the edges. Lazy crafter.
That sounds like a normal thing to me. But I always say I'm a lazy crafter, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Miriam. So concerning having family in the military. We have friends whose kids have gone into the military. None of my cousins or anything went into the military.
I have cousins who are, but
Hi, Dina.
none of my kids did. And I don't have to worry about, even if there's a draft, having my grandson being called up. So,
Yeah. Right.
I guess there is one good thing about his heart condition.
Yeah. Oh, right. Army Reserves. But weren't your sons serving for a while? Joni, I seem to remember. No, I don't know that I could understand it. Well, I just feel bad for any people who have to single parent due to their spouse's job being away. You know, I think that would be extremely difficult because once your spouse returns, you're so used to doing things one way that I could see it being very difficult adapting to having another adult in the house with their rules. And I tip my hat to all of you who have done this. I really do.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't do it. I'm
No,
also now at an age where I don't have to do it. Or
yeah. Oh, Dana, your son talked about joining the military. Oh, he's traveled for his job. He can't ever tell us where he is. His job is very secretive. Well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense too. You know, like as much as you would like to share things with your spouse or family, and you can't. I feel for military families. I really, really do. I mean, my next door neighbor's son went into the military, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, yeah. Oh, did early enlistment. Wow. Well, I give everybody who enlists an absolute bow and applause because I don't think I would have the courage to do it.
I know I wouldn't. But I can say if what they say that if you have flat feet you can't be in the service, well then I guess I'm safe.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true or not though.
I think it used to be true, but I kind of remember that from way back to there. ETCs soon to be completed as well. Ha ha! That's two things, guys. Two things. All right. So now I have these little covers from those tags that I'm doing for Flood the Streets with Art. I've got 10 done, and I've got these covers. These ones. Yeah. Yeah, me too, Miriam. Me too. That too as well. I definitely. So I've done these ones. I used napkin on them because I just want something fast and easy. And then they open up, right? And then you do a little band to keep them closed. So I've got 10 of these done, but now I've got all these covers. And I think I want to do them art wise and then use them in journals. So how about if I use those grungy ones? Those grungy bits. Jean and I were.
And I don't understand go in as an officer, go in as an enlisted member. How can you make that choice? I thought
Yeah.
an officer you had to work up to that spot.
Yeah, see, Brenda, that's what I was thinking, that because I'm assuming the military, they have such strict rules and behaviors and stuff that coming back to civilized life, I, it's almost like night and day. And I agree with you, Jean. I have no idea what difference, what, no idea. I've got all these bits. A lot of them have dangles that should go in journals. Where's this month's journal? Let's throw a couple of those in there just for the heck of it.
Oh, she explained it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Thank you.
Wow, Joni. If you have a 4-year degree, you can go to officer training and be an officer right away. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm sure that it's such a big adjustment for everybody involved. Okay, do I have something with a pinkish on it? This one's got pink. That could make an interesting pocket.
Now,
Put that onto a hunk of white paper to make it sturdy.
I have not ever in my whole life had this much fun working with little
This,
scrappy pieces of paper.
you know what? I love little bits of paper, but I think you need that.
Yeah, I did. I need to make some more of this
What is that?
because,
Tissue paper with paint marks?
yeah, just white and black.
Yeah.
I need to make them smaller. So when I work on a small book, it's shows shows the shapes better.
Yeah. Second lieutenant made him a navigator. Awesome. Yeah, Miriam, exactly. Yes, bond of military people, definitely. Well, I mean, you rely on each other, right? Like that's that's life and death reliance. That's not just I'm your friend reliance.
Ooh, I sure love my grungy little cards.
Yes. Yes. Live things only they understand. Definitely. There, I have a cute little pocket, grungy pocket. It's got pink on it, so it can go on here. The orange kind of gets lost. I don't have a half circle. I don't have a circle punch anymore because they're all kerfluid. So I'm just gonna do a little. You cannot change the Air Force. You have to adapt. You have to adapt. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a little off center, but that's fine. You don't think that military families aren't as close as like the other spouses left behind aren't as close as they were? That's hard to you would think that they would still be strong, like because you need each other. You need somebody who understands what you're going through. I would think. I don't. I don't know. People have assumed your son was in trouble, and that's why you put him in the military in high school. Far from true. He wanted to serve his country. He's always been an honor student. That's awesome, Joni. I think it takes a very strong individual to make up their mind at that young an age, right? Like, and it takes a certain kind of parent to give them the permission to do that when they're that young. Okay, Miriam, hugs, hun. Take care. Sunday, we're still doing light boxes. Maybe light boxes and something.
Light boxes. You're going to make light boxes?
No, Miriam's going to show us how she uses hers.
Oh.
So, oh, I could have done this purple. That would have been nice.
I actually have two of those and hardly ever use them.
I have one because my girlfriend asked Ron to make her one. So he made her one. And as he was making it, my younger daughter went, "Oh, I want one too, Dad." So he made her one and me one. And I don't often use mine either. Oh, that makes sense, Anne. We were going to use light boxes on Sunday. You were going to show us how you used your light box. I'll throw it in the group chat. Yes, if you live in military housing, yeah. Yeah, Brenda, that makes sense. You know that you're related, but you don't have the interaction. I'll throw it in the group chat, Miriam. See, I didn't really know cousins and stuff on my mom's side because they were in England and we were here in Canada. So I didn't get to know them. I only met them, what, 3 times?
That's living in small town Kansas. I knew all of mine.
Well, I knew my dad's side because, well, most of them. Couple, one aunt and one uncle did move down to California, but the other ones, I mean, we lived 3 houses in a row on a block and we grew up together.
Yeah.
3 different high schools, yeah.
When we went home for my husband's youngest brother's memorial, my son got to go and he took his family, which was really the first time his kids had ever been up there. And uh, one of Gary's nieces has a daughter that was 12, and Kennedy, my granddaughter, was 10. And
Hmm.
those two got along so good. My son just teared up one evening. He says, "This is what I always wanted for them, to have cousins to play with."
Yeah. See, my kids were the youngest of the cousins. No. My sister's son is 13, no, 12, 10 years older than my daughter, my oldest daughter. Ron's sister's son is 8 years younger than my youngest daughter. So they were right in the middle. They never had anybody their age as
Oh,
cousins. Bye, Miriam. Love you. Enjoy your supper. I hope you get a decent sleep tonight. Brenda says her dad never had her living in military housings. That was in the 60s, 70s. They were told the bases would be some of the first targets if things, yeah, if the U.S. was bombed. Yeah. You were ground zero when you were living in Europan? Wow. Okay, so if I put something like this on here, I think it needs a focal point. What kind of if I used this on this tag cover. What kind of focal point would that require? Maybe a half a butterfly again?
Audition it.
Can you tell I'm trying to get rid of these butterflies? Let's try this pink one. No,
Too light.
I'm also thinking it's really busy. And then I still have that other bottom corner. Yeah, nope. Nope, not butterflies. Oh, what about if I put something like this on with that?
Uh huh.
Yeah?
Uh huh.
That'll use up these tree things that I just did as well. All right, that's what we'll do. Hmm. Now, why not just the tree things? As much as I want to use those up, I'm just going to try the tree thing. You moved away from cousins for your age? Yeah. Dad was the youngest and mom was an only child. She did have a ton of cousins. Okay. Brenda, my husband has moved about 1,000 feet in his whole life. There are 5 Ashfords in a row on this road. That is why I have to go on treasure hunt for mail sometimes. Oh my, yeah. Facebook's connected you and your cousins over the last few years. We've gotten to really know each other in ways we didn't when we were growing up. That's lovely. That's lovely. You know, the cousins that I had living next door to me growing up, they all moved away. And I mean like far. So even though we were very close growing up, we don't have that. It's just not, we didn't
Since
remain
since
close.
my mom and the cousin I was the closest to has passed away, and my mom, her mom, and the oldest aunt have all passed away, and we've all lost touch with each other,
Yeah.
which is really 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 hard.
Yes.
But you gotta growing up, most of my mom's family was right close. They some of them moved as we got a little older, but most of them were. I mean, they were all still within the same state,
Right.
and I am one of 20. Well, on one side of the family, there's 20, and I am number uh, number 4 in age. I'm the fourth oldest. And on my dad's side, there was 21, and I am number 5. And on my dad's side, they actually run in age from 72 to still in their 20s.
Wow.
On my mom's side, we run in age from probably 67 to 47. I actually have cousins, first cousins, that are younger than my children.
Wow.
But my youngest uncle on my dad's side is only 6 years older than me. So
From my adoptive side, I have no cousins on my mom's side, and I have no idea about cousins from my father's side.
So if you count my cousins on both sides of the family and spouses, woo, that's a big amount.
Yeah. You had cousins old enough to be your parents. Brenda managed to do her high school in one school. Anne's dad's oldest brother was 21 years older than he was. Wow. Joni only has three cousins, and they're all younger, so you were never close. See, I had a girl cousin. Um, we were a year and a half different, and we grew up next door to each other. But we, as young adults, she moved to another province and definitely lost touch. She married an Oriental fellow, and I don't know. It was just weird, just weird. This works. Just the straight painting works, like the leaves. You know what? I'm throwing out these pieces of this dictionary because this dictionary is probably 2,000 pages. That's the Korean dictionary that I bought. Korean, Korean English. Look how thick this is. Those pages, and I'm starting in the middle, of course. So these pages are going to last me the rest of my life.
Yep.
So I threw out those bits. Yay! Dad's father disappeared, presumed dead, 6 weeks old. Thought the brother 18 years older than him was his dad because he was the disciplinarian. Well, that makes sense too. You're not in town, out on farm. Yeah, yeah, that happens, right? You buy the land and split it, kind of thing, or the previous generations did. Let me just see what's going on here. Miriam just posted in the group, so she'll be ready for Sunday. All right. All right. Okay. This is wet still. I really need to find a way to use up these grungy bits. Because I would like to make more because they're so much fun. But if hey Belinda, welcome back. But if I already have bits, why would I want to make more? I'm going to have to use them in a little book like you're making, Jean.
Yes.
Some of them have stitching on them, but they're hand stitched. Okay, these flutters are not being used. Get out of my way. Welcome back, Belinda. Okay, some of these, I don't know. I don't know. Mind you, they're going to have bands around them, right? I'm going to make the closure bands. Garbage. That hurts. You guys know that? Hey, nice to see you, Colleen. No cousins on both sides. His sister didn't have kids. 18 plus years older. Yeah. I wish my kids had cousins, but because I had cousins growing up, right? So I wish that my kids did, but my sister is 11 years older than I am. So, of course her kids are going to be older.
Yeah, my kids, they had cousins on Gary's side of the family, but on my side of the family, they only have three, and they're all quite a bit younger than them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jan's kids are closer in age to mine, but they moved to BC, so they didn't have them growing up. They see each other now as adults occasionally when we're there or they're there, but for the most part, the kids had cousins who rarely lived near them. They're not kids. Did you want? Yeah, the oldest cousin does have a relationship. That's nice. She works evenings, Belinda. I'm assuming, obviously, if she's just getting ready for work now. Ron always liked working evenings. Wasn't a fan of midnights. I wasn't a fan of him working midnights either. Um, and then, yeah, midnights were the devil for us. I liked it when he worked afternoons, because we had the day where we could go shopping or whatever. When he worked midnights, sometimes he would go to bed right away. Sometimes he wouldn't. I did have another plan for these leaf things that I painted on the dictionary pages, but this is working fine. Stayed with me for a couple of months while you were in Germany, Arizona to Germany at the age of 11. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, my nephew lived with us for a while when he was a teenager as well, but I mean, that was before my second daughter was born, and my older daughter was just little. No, this is a different dictionary. This is the French English dictionary. How are we going to do this? Oh no, this is the Korean. Whatever. It's a dictionary. Just put it down and stop overthinking. I figured it would be easier to decorate them before I put inserts in because the inserts aren't side to side, if that makes sense, right? So that it would glue down easier this way. Guess I should have done this before I cut it. How are you doing with your little book, Jean? Are you getting stuff accomplished? I feel like I'm getting lots accomplished today.
I don't know. I've just got bits on them, and like I want to go do some sewing on a couple of them, and
yeah.
So I'm getting there.
You're getting your parts ready just to add,
right?
Yeah, that's
and that's kind of what I needed to do was just get the mess started, you know.
Yeah.
And I have to be careful because I stapled here, so if I stitch, it's going to have to be clear over here.
Right.
So I don't want to do any more on that page, so I know where the staples are.
Right. That makes sense because you certainly don't want to hit that with a needle.
So, and I think this one's ready for some stitching, but I don't really like this side, and I don't know what it is I don't like.
Let me see. Let me see. I don't know why you don't like it either. Maybe because it needs maybe a little something else right at the very bottom, like between the stack of numbers and something. Maybe a piece of black something there.
Yeah, I pulled out a stamp or two, so I like to use my own things. I don't use my stamps very often.
Yeah.
But I don't use my whole stamp either.
Yeah.
That helps a little bit, but it's not exactly what it needs yet.
This feels really weird throwing out those hunks of book pages, let me tell you. That is a decent sized piece of land. Is it all cattle, Brenda? Or do you do grains or anything too? Three months older than your youngest daughter? Wow. That's awesome, Brenda. It still gives them somebody their age in the family to be with during gatherings and stuff. That was my thing. Oh, I'm one short. You know what? I think that could be okay. What I got? 7, 8. That's a nice batch. They are close in age. I think that's awesome. All right, so I have 8 covers. I am going to have to go with a black marker around the edge because some of these pages still have. I guess I could muck water it too. I think I'll. I don't know. Let's glue this in. It's dry now. because we can. And have cattle. Okay. These two neighbor for grazing. Last one sitting fallow. Well, that's nice. Sounds like it's got a nice variety. Ah, did I get glue on there? And I haven't posted your journal yet, just so you know. I am so bad. Now it has to wait until Tuesday. Yeah, these are for those tags. Those tags with the funky fold in the middle. So they're going to have that folded thing. So when you open it up, it goes, wah! Well, it won't have the sound effect, but, you know. So if you get one, you'll know it's supposed to go, wah! Just say. Okay, let's try the muck water. And if the muck water doesn't do it, then I will put black marker on. I guess I could still put black marker on it. And I think these are too narrow for credit and debit cards. I don't have one here to test. Anyway, we're going to muck water them. No sound effects? I like sound effects. It's kind of annoying to some people who aren't used to that when we have family gatherings. Because my kids and grands, because their mothers, are used to using sound effects. So the kids use sound effects. I think it's kind of like a curse. Anyway.
I'll be right back. I got to go get the mail.
Okay. Now, I'm trying hard not to get it on the other side, the back side, because I don't really want to do those. Just want to do the fronts. Grounds are split between 3 of your sons. Separated by distance. Oh, okay. Yeah, distance, you know. I mean, they have to go where they can make a living. I get that. You know, I miss my granddaughter like crazy. She doesn't live that far, but it's far enough that I can't just pop over for coffee, and she can't just pop over for supper. They actually fly to come home. Because they've got such limited time off that they don't want to spend a day driving. You know, that's 2 days driving out of their vacation time. As I say, those of you who are offended by my muck water, I'm sorry, but I am edging today. Doing the grunge. Finishing things off. I still think I'm going to have to come over with a black marker because where the book page doesn't cover the edge of, I don't know how well you can see it, but you can definitely see a purple stripe even with the muck water on it. But that's okay. Have black marker, will travel. All right, now I just have to fold the inside things. When this is done, put the black marker on. And these are good to go. They'll go in my box of ready for stuffing. When they were all younger, had a house full at gatherings. Yeah, 30 or so, if the weather was good. Excellent. Redneck golf. We used to play jungle golf. We called it jungle golf, but it was actually croquet. And some of the hoops would be down in a ditch or, So when you smacked your opponent's ball out into the rough, it was really out into the rough. It was a lot of fun. Haven't done that in a long time. It's pretty bizarre, actually. Oh. I guess I'm going to have to go all the way around the outside with the muck water because it has bled onto the other side because it's wet and it does that. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Can you guys hear that?
Yes, what is it?
It's my furnace. I didn't know if you guys could hear it. Is it annoying?
No.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Belinda. These are the watercolor paintings I did on Sunday when we were playing watercolors our way. Okay, guess I have to go around this side now because they all kind of leached. Oops. And we'll just brush halfway across the page. Because if we're going to make a mess, let's just do a good job of it, right?
That's right. It's all or nothing.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I have the messiest fingers.
You do. I'm not that messy today. Surprise, surprise. Well, okay. No, I'm not. So it's almost like I didn't play at all today
Uh-oh.
if I'm not messy. Oh, yeah, I do like them grunged up. I might have to spatter them too. Might as well go all out, right?
Yeah, why not?
As I say, these ones are the ones that are going in my own stash, but they're done, just about. They're a lot closer to done now than they were this morning, and that's what matters. As long as I get the covers done, it's nothing to fold up the insides and glue them in. Some of it's on the inside. Does that mean I have to do the inside too now? Oh my word. I guess that's the one thing about using muck water instead of ink. It's going to go everywhere because it's so runny. But I think that's the whole idea when you're drenching it up. It's not just the edges. It looks like it's actually been slopped. Tee off of dry cow piles, the name for targets. Found them with your mule. Uh-oh. Oh, they were riding her? Well, as long as she wasn't taking them out to the swamp and rolling with them on her back. The farm we lived on for a while, I used to love riding the Shetland pony because A, I was much skinnier and whatever. Uh, and but he hated to be ridden. Like if you were leading him, he was okay. But if you were just riding him by yourself, he would take you in the creek and roll. He was a little beast. Total attitude. You need muck water? Linda says, Gene, now you're taking Kim's roll with mucky fingers. She likes it.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm going in here and pulling out all these teeny tiny bits.
Welcome to my world.
I think what I need to do is just sit here and tear up all this paper.
Okay. That's very cathartic. I can tell you right now. Something I love to do. Especially if you don't really have a project for it, or you've got a project for it in mind, but it's you're cutting it or tearing it into various sizes.
Yeah.
So that you can use it in many numbered things. I have lots of muck water, Brenda. I'm down to 4 jars, 4 cups right now. I'm sure that you can make your own.
I tend to not empty my watercolor water for until it's just too dirty to use. I always get a clean one, because you
Yeah.
need that sometimes. But I do try to keep them dirty. In fact, the grands will come over and where's the water jars, Grandma? No, Ryla go, I'll go get fresh water. I said, wait, here, take them all.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I have to.
6 jars here.
On Sunday, I was making people absolutely upset because my water was nasty. I didn't have a problem with it, but I did go and get fresh water just because.
Why? Why would it upset people?
Because my paints were getting mucked.
But isn't that your art and you can do it your way?
Yeah. But I conform occasionally, and I try not to make people you know, WTFing me too often.
Well, if you were a precise artist and Picasso or something like that, then I could see, but mixed media is what it is, mixed media.
Yeah. But we were doing watercolor. And I guess I wasn't a good influence.
Well, then,
Oh, you have
why?
no idea how many spatters are on my screen. Ron's going to say something about that. But that's okay. Red was fine with it, put one son in charge of mule rides. They didn't have reins. Sarah steered her with her knee pressure. I gave them reins, and Sarah was only to have one at a time riding with her. That's good. That makes sense. The horse that I had, I bought her from, I don't know, some guy. Anyway, if you didn't take her out of the yard before you mounted her, she would bite that bit and go in the barn and buck. Oh, she was a nasty little sod. You're working on a small TV tray size table. Dump your water when you wash up. Yeah. You don't keep. I have line up of jars on my bathroom sink. And I'm sure that because it's the bathroom off the studio here, but when everybody's over for dinners and stuff, other people do use it. And I'm sure that they question their grandmother's sanity.
Yeah, it's like I used to store Defy stuff in the shower, the spare bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, it was not being used.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly go around these edges. Just so it looks like it was meant to be like that.
You know, I bet I could make my own grungy marks if I just wet my fingers.
You probably could.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's fun. Oh, no. Yeah, that makes sense, Brenda. Yeah, my mirror wasn't very old, but she was cantankerous. Definitely had a mind of her own. Did not like to be rode. We built up an understanding after a while. And I mean, she didn't balk at all when I took her out of the yard to ride.
Do
You
you
know,
see what I see?
a horse's head.
No, I see a person. That a ghost, and that's their head, and then this is their clothing.
Oh, that could be too. See, I see that white as a horse's head because it flares out where the eyes are. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. See,
I
now,
mean, because it was laying over here, and my first thought is, why is there a vintage picture over here? You know, I mean, catch it at just a glance.
yeah. Your bathroom sink have 3 vases of dead flowers. Sarah put them there in July. They have dried perfectly. You need to do something with them before Thanksgiving. Oh, you can make a wonderful bouquet centerpiece out of them for Thanksgiving.
Do you know I have in the kitchen window a small bud vase that has 3 perfectly dried roses from my mom's funeral,
Awesome.
and that is was in 2017.
That's awesome, Jean.
So Every once in a while, you'll find a little piece of, a petal laying somewhere, but not too often.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I'm at a standstill because I,
Uh-oh.
I want to sew. So I'm thinking that maybe it's time for me to just sit down and tear up paper. I mean, I'm really wanting to sit here and tear up paper. Is that crazy?
No, not at all. Like I say, I find it very cathartic. But then I never find anything that fits the project that I'm working on, so then I have to tear it more. Brenda's going on a mission to count vases of dead flowers. Oh no. Belinda sees a headless ghost with their arms are raised along their head.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to have my sewing machine working again.
You
One of
know,
them.
my new series that I'm watching on TV, it's not new, it's an old show. Ghost Whisper.
Okay.
I love that show. And I evidently didn't watch it all because I'm seeing things that I don't recall at all.
Do you do artwork and stuff when you watch your shows? Like, is it background noise and you look up occasionally? Because I will miss an awful lot if I do that.
I
When,
do. Um, in the living room, that's where I sit and stitch.
right.
And so I can do that pretty well and still know what's going on in the TV.
Yeah.
But I don't watch TV until evenings after
Yeah.
supper.
Yeah. I don't. I just don't. Somebody was telling me about a series that's come out on Prime that sounds really good, but I just don't like to sit and watch. I don't know why. Don't know why.
Well, you have to do what you like. And
Audiobooks. I listen to an awful lot of audiobooks.
Gary spends so much time out in his man cave that supper in front of the TV is our time together. And so that's kind of where we're at with that.
Yeah. We play GeoGuessr while we eat.
You play what?
GeoGuessr. It's a game where they use Google Maps and you've got a set location where you start and you have to figure out where the heck you are. So you can go down the road to get street signs, that kind of thing. And so then you go back to the map and you put a pinpoint where it is as your guess of where you are. And yeah, we have decided that we're only playing Canada while we eat because sometimes when we were doing the world and you end up in Taiwan or somewhere that the writing isn't in English language,
Uh
we've spent like 2.5 hours trying to figure out where we are.
huh.
And there are 5 levels. Like you have to do 5 separate locations for the game to be complete. So when one of them takes 2.5 hours, we just kind of have decided, yeah, no, we're not doing this. So now we just do Canada because we can read the signs. I mean, we could probably do US and Britain as well, or, even France we might be able to get away with. But for the most part, Yeah. All right. Let's trim these ATCs down. Then they'll have to go under a book because they're curly.
You know, when we're done here, I'm going to take this little stash of bits and go over and sew them so that I don't have to sew through the cards. I can just
Yeah.
glue on sewed things.
Yeah. Which is fine. They'll be beautiful. Seriously, cannot wait until I have a working sewing machine. Probably won't be till January because he's having an operation and figures he'll be back. Like if I call him the beginning of December, and then yeah, by the time he fixes it, it'll be Christmas time, maybe, with luck. And laughing at Brenda because she's counting vases of dead flowers.
Well, that's kind of productive.
It is. Look at all the little bits you've got now. But you have a wide enough variety?
Not yet.
See, I would probably take a paper and rip it in quarters and then just rip up a quarter at a time.
Well, these are all pretty small pieces to begin with.
Ah,
I only pull, and then this is my little pile of, they're still big enough to, I mean, I need some bases. So
right.
that's what these are.
Yeah,
Because I kind of layer and stack, and
right.
I mean, it's something I've done for a long time. So
Yeah. Can't believe you're saving those little pieces, Jean.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not even on camera. I'm just trimming out these ATCs I glued down on white paper. There we go. So then, these are still a little bit damp. I'm going to take a pen, probably a black pen, not a white pen, because I'm writing on white. And I'm just going to put 10. It's 11. Ah, okay. No, because I did them in October. I just glued them now. I can put 10, 20, 24 on them. Shh, don't tell anyone. I still feel like they need something, though. I don't know what. Maybe. Maybe just a little bit of hand stitching along one edge. Or I could just doodle. Just do like stitch marks along the edge or some sort of edging. Okay, so they're not done, so I lied. Roses, they are there, and I don't pay much attention. I didn't realize how many there were. What can I do with all these dead flowers? Well, I don't know. Ideas for Brenda for the dead flowers.
You could put them in a bowl, tear them apart, put them in a bowl like potpourri, and put your favorite essential oils on them.
That works.
You could make handmade paper and include them inside as inclusions.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be beautiful. That would be beautiful.
That's as far as my thinker's going today. Doesn't that sound cool?
It does. And Anne wants to know how many vases did you find? Vases, vases? I don't know what you guys say.
What do you say?
Vase.
I say vase.
How many vases did you find? Inquiring minds would like to know. That works. That looks much better with the mucky edges.
Yeah.
Next time your granddaughter's there, you'll be making paper. Awesome. Guess I should put these so you guys can see them.
Oh, the sun's coming out.
Awesome. Sun's still out here. I like it.
When I went to go get the mail, I was like, man, it's cold out. I was going to work in the garage today, but I tried that yesterday and I got cold, so I got the little heater out. Then that side of my body got hot, and it was like no happy medium.
No. I know that feeling. I would like to make some paper too. I've been saving napkin guts for making paper. But Miriam on Sunday had done on tissue paper, she painted some flowers on tissue paper and then was using them on what she was working on. So I tried it on napkin guts and it turned out lovely. And I put them on something. This little journal. I'm going to polish them down. Wow, Kim, you're making a mess. And I love the way they turned out. So I may just paint a bunch of napkin guts or tissue paper. I've got lots of both. But I would definitely like to make some paper with those napkin guts. Okay, note to self. When using muck water, you're going to have to go back and glue down some edges because that glue stick that I used is letting go.
So I have my little cup of pieces.
All right.
But of course, I'm thinking I need to find more paper to tear up.
Come on over. I got lots.
You know, one of the coolest things that I've done for paper, this one was just the brown, but I just dropped watered down paint and then blew it apart. But
Yeah,
children's drawing tablet.
nice.
I just all kinds of doodles on it.
So it's like a newsprint almost?
Yeah.
Wow, Brenda, 13 vases. Some bouquets are tied and hanging by doors. Don't ask why one got hung by a door and then continued to be done. And there's a small tub with 3 dried bouquets. Wow. You know what? You're very fortunate that your family brings you flowers or that you buy yourself flowers. I never think to buy myself flowers.
Yeah. When my oldest child was born, my husband brought me a cactus.
Oh,
I was never so angry with him.
I got roses for my girls. But I really don't get flowers.
I don't really get flowers. For our anniversary one year, he came and picked me up on a date because somebody was coming by to watch the kids. And when I went out to the car, there was one long stem red rose laying on the seat. That's the
That's lovely.
to romantic that he's been.
That's lovely. Yeah.
See, I have a bunch of these, and I was actually thinking that I might put some of these on,
Oh, those are cute. I've got lots of those kinds of things too.
but I haven't decided yet. So,
Brenda has a cube of shredded paper animal litter. Use it for paper mache and base for paper making. Yeah. I love playing paper mache. I really do. That's how I made my giraffe. That's how I did Grizz. Love me some paper mache. Not enough to make anything right now. Oh, I like that one with the squares, Jean. The green squares, rectangle things.
yeah, this is my what's left of my stitching pile. So I'm kind of trying to sort it out a little bit. I
Yeah.
am so about sorting lately. It scares me to death.
Well, sometimes you just got to do it, right?
Yep. Oh, there's a stitched bit.
That is cute. Perfect.
I hate to tear too many of these because I
I
kind of
think
know.
these turned out pretty good. All right, now I need to fold the guts. You do paper mache with the kids? Yeah. I did a lot of paint throwing with my grandkids. You know, you put it in a water balloon and you punch it at the wall. Well, I do. Two, four, six, eight. One, two. Oh, that's 2 pages. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, 8. There. There. Fold those up. And those will be done too. This has been a very productive day for me today. I appreciate you guys all being here and just watching us
Make
do
messes.
things, do this here stuff. You know, you need to fold that straight, Kim. Okay. I like seeing all the different marked papers Jean has. No, I do.
Some of these have been around for a while. Now I'm just separating the itty bitties to the medium bitties.
Yeah.
And even some itty bitties are going in the mediums because I know where they're going to go. How they're going to work.
Oh, what? Who's making wreaths? Oh, wreaths. Yeah. Good time to make wreaths. Definitely. You made it to the house last week. Your husband said he was taking off to clear Hannah's room out to be your craft space. Oh, that would be lovely. Lovely, lovely. My craft space is in the basement and it's fantastic, except I just have a small window for sunlight. I'm really intrigued with that one I'm pointing at it. Can you see me? The red lines with that one. Yeah.
That's a stamp I made.
I like that.
Thank you. Oh, I don't know if it's one stamp or a couple of stamps put to. I think it's the same stamp back, one side to the other side kind of thing.
Yeah. I like that. I like that very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, some of those, I'm looking at these things on the screen, and I'm thinking, I got naked spaces. Like, what did you make the stamp out of, Jean?
Carved it with an eraser.
Okay. I still have all those linoleum bits. I have a huge box to carve yet. I'll get to them. Maybe that's something we could do on a Sunday. Making stamps. There's one. I'm excited. We're getting lots done.
We have quite a collection of hand carved stamps.
Me too. I've got wooden ones. I've got linoleum. I've got styrofoam.
I even take my scraps and carve into them so that I can use them for something.
Yeah.
But I really don't use them very often. This is one of my favorites.
Oh, she's pretty. I
My
like
mom
her.
drew that. This one's probably been around for 20 years.
See, I haven't carved any flowers.
There's one of my few linoleum ones, and I don't really care for it. You gotta push hard, and then I'm worried about hurting myself. And this is something I did because I wanted circles or holes. So
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if you can tell. I just drilled through it.
Excellent.
So yeah. And one of the friends I lost recently, she made this. This was what I used on my logo of my cards when I did jewelry.
Awesome.
So there's lots here. I wish I had a better place to put them so I could use them, but this will do. At least they're close and handy.
Hey, Lisa. Nice to see you. We are finishing stuff up Friday. I have finished some magazine image pockets. I have finished or close to finish some ATCs. I think they need something. Um, I'm working on some fold out tags right now. Jean's working on a little book. That's two. Let's just glue them in because we can. Then they're out of the way. Then I guess I still need to make the wraps. Okay, I'm not as close to done as I thought I was. But that's fine.
Now I'm ready to sew.
Now you're ready to sew?
Big ones and my little ones.
All right. Well, we can call it a day if you like. We've got things to do. I'll just finish
Probably, I'm
gluing.
kind of getting hungry.
And you're getting hungry. Yeah, it's past your lunchtime. Definitely. Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely. I've got leftovers for supper, so I don't have to. I can just reheat.
We had leftovers last night.
I love leftovers.
I do too. I usually have leftovers for lunch. And we haven't had food that had a lot of leftovers lately, except the soup.
Yeah.
So,
How's Gary feeling? Is he better?
he thinks he's feeling pretty much back to par.
That's good. It's 4:15 there. Yeah. Oh, Brenda. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Oh, speaking of which, on the 19th, Tuesday the 19th, I will not be streaming. I'm getting this ruddy tooth pulled. Yay! Okay, so this one is complete except for its little wrap. All right. I love that, Jean. That's wonderful. Well, thank you guys all for being here and keeping us company while we were working and chatting and slicing and dicing there. Yeah. Nice, nice. Um, thanks for watching, everybody up in the balcony and any replayers. I appreciate you all. Yeah, is your shoulder improving? You need lunch too? Fajitas. Nice. Nice. Love fajitas. All right. Hugs to each and every one of you. I appreciate you all for being here. Big thanks to Jean for coming to play today. It's always a real pleasure.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you to everyone that's here playing with us or watching us or just listen to us rant, whichever works best.
All of the above and talking about food and recipes and things like that there.
And our cousins and our history, and
yeah,
we come up with some of the most unusual topics.
We can, and we do.
And I think it's amazing.
Me too. I like the fact that we can just bounce from one subject to the next and it still kind of flows.
I know. That's almost scary, though, isn't it?
It is, but it's a lot of fun. We haven't talked about sewers yet. We might get to that one day, too. Okay, guys. Hugs to everybody for being here. Thanks so much. And I'll see you guys Sunday, possibly. Well, I'll be here Sunday. And if you guys don't make it, have a wonderful weekend. And have a good weekend. Thanks, guys. Take care.
All. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Jean. Bye now.
Thanks, Kim.